Hello young artists, welcome back to another Art for Kids Sunday. Today we're going to be drawing a sea turtle, so let's get started.
So as usual, I have my Kurotoga mechanical pencil for my sketching today. I've got my Mount Fuji eraser just in case we make any mistakes or we need to clean up any lines. As far as colors goes, we've got a very light green. We have just a regular brown. We have our mocha coffee color that we use a lot. And then we have a very lighter green. And of course, we can't do this drawing without our black. So that is our outline. And some other coloring points probably. So let's put these colors to the side. And let's get started on our sketch. Okay, for step number 1, we're going to do the turtle's eyes. And let me see. The right eye is going to be an oval. Let me see how, let me map this out to see how big I want it. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to sketch out an oval about right here. So that's going to be one eye. Now, the reason I did the right eye first is because the second eye is going to be a little behind the first eye. So this is going to be an oval also, but it's going to come out kind of like that. And then it's going to go down, and then it's going to come back up and meet the other eye about right there. So that's the kind of eyes we want, to kind of squish together, which gives him a little funny comic look to him. And then we're going to do the pupils in the middle. So we're going to do 2 regular circles. We'll do one right there, and we'll do one right there. And try to make them the same size if you can. And then the center will be the black part right there. Alright, and that is step 1. Okay, let's move into step 2, and we're going to put his head in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out with a curved line from his eye. And we're just going to come down to about, maybe I came down a little too far. Let me do that one more time. So I think I want to come down to about here. That's good. Okay, and then we're going to come out. So it's going to be kind of a lip. So like that. And then it's going to come around into a big old smile. And that smile is going to end up right there under the right side of the eye. Or the right eye. And just going to put a little curved line on top of that. Okay, and then we're going to do a bottom lip. And then we're going to curve that jaw to about there. And then we're going to have a neck come out right there. So we need to do this side of his head here. So that's going to come out from the eye. And it's going to come down as if it was going to connect to that line right there, but we're not. And then we're going to have a neck come out right there. Okay, so there's our funny head. I'm going to clean this top lip up a little bit. Alright, that's better. So there's our turtle's head. See, he's a funny looking little thing. The next step will be step 3. And we're just going to put a shell in. This is going to be easy. It's just going to be a circle. It's not going to be a perfect circle, but it's going to be closer to a circle than an oval. So let's put that in. Let me see how big I want it. I think about that size is good. Yeah, that outer one's kind of going over his neck a little bit, so I'm going to take that one off. And it's going to come right there where the neck was, and about right there. So that's going to be the shell, and that is step 4. Okay, step 5, we're going to put in some, no, that was step 3, I'm sorry. Step 3, now we're going to do 4, and we're going to do his front flippers here. So we're just going to come out, kind of a curve shape, and just going to loop it back around, just about like that. That's a good flipper. Okay, and then on this side here, we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to come out, we're going to curve it around, and make it go back up to about right there. Okay, there's his 2 flippers. Alright, so that's step 4 done. Let's move on to step 5, and that's going to be the back flippers. So we're just going to put same things, maybe a little bit smaller than the first ones. So one right there. We're going to do one up here. And little boomerang shapes. That's good, and we're going to put a tail in. Just about like that. That's good. Okay, so that's step 5 done. Let's move on to step 6. And before I do step 6, I'm going to clean up these shell lines here. Now that I've got my main shell shape, clean up all these sketchies. That's good. Let me do that one right here. Okay, now we're going to put these little shapes on his shell to make it look like a turtle shell. So let's do kind of a curved square or rectangle, just about like that. And then let's do another one maybe right there. And we'll do another one down here. And we're just going to kind of go around the outside of the shell. That's good. We'll do one here. And then we'll do one up there. Alright, and then we're going to do one in the middle. It's going to be kind of a octagon maybe? So we're going to have some flat sides to it, but also it's going to be kind of rounded. Just like that. And that is the final sketch. So let me clean up some more of these lines where I want to do his front flipper here. I want to make that look a little more clear. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start in on our coloring process. And I guess the green will probably be the biggest, so I'm going to do this very light green. So we're going to do the head here, not the shell, and the flippers, and the tail. So not the eyes, not the shell, but everything else. Alright, and this will probably be the part where I speed this up. If you guys want to, you can pause the video, and after you finish coloring yours, you can pick back up. Okay, we're back and we got the green part done, so let's do the brown part of the shell. So that's our regular, just a basic brown color, and we're going to do not the geometric shapes that we made, but everywhere else inside the shell except for that part. back and we finished that part. So let's grab our mocha color next, and that's going to be the geometric shapes inside the shell. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to use this same color for the little ring in the eyes. And then of course the center part there is going to be black. Alright, looks good. Let's move into our black color here. So we're going to, let's color the little middle parts of his eye in first. There we go. And now we're just going to do outlines on all of the pencil marks. So I'll start with his head up here. Alright. And then put his neck in. Let's get this. Yep, I might need to move my sketching pad a little bit so I can get a better angle on this. So feel free to rotate your paper however you need to make it more comfortable for you. You're going to get better lines like that too. Okay, we got his head and his eyes in. Let's do this shell. And I'm definitely going to have to move my drawing pad around so I can get this shell as best as I can. There we go. Got the shell in. Let's go ahead and get his flippers. One there. Okay. Nice, and then a tail. Okay, and let's do these shapes here in the middle. All right, very good. Now let's take our darker green and we're just going to put little details on him. So I'm going to do maybe a little oval right here on his fin, and then maybe a couple of dots like that. I'm going to do one down here also. Give him some little details. We'll do some up here. All right, and then let's do another one over here. All right, and then maybe we'll do a couple on his face right here. All right, and that, my friends, is gonna do it. I want to thank you so much for joining me as usual. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the bell icon. I appreciate you guys' support so much, and we will see you again next week for another Art for Kids Sunday. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next week.